Answers. My name is Dorseus, and welcome to episode 2 of Fort Tarsis Radio. As I said, my name is Dorseus, co-hosting along with Dima, and
Uh,
we have our.
yeah,
You want to take from here?
hey, I'm Adima. And then our guest today is BaGGs from Anthem Insider.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, of course.
All right. So, what attracted you to Anthem in the first place?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah.
Oh man, the trailer, straight up the trailer. E3 2017. I was just sitting on my computer. Summer in Greece. It was like hot. It's like 30 something outside. That's Celsius, by the way. And I'm just chilling there watching E3, and nothing was that interesting. And Anthem comes on the screen. I'm like, all right. I keep watching. I keep watching. I see the Fort Tarsis, the market. I see Praxley, and then I see the access suit. And I'm like, all right, this looks like something I would be interested in. And I'm like, all right, let's see how it actually is, because BioWare, RPGs and all that. Like, I'm not into that slow kind of like gameplay, like listening to all the dialogue. And they go out, and I see these exorcists like flying around, and I'm like, I'm like making movement to my wife, like I'm making gestures to my wife to the desk next to me. I'm like, come here, you need to see this, and she's like over my shoulder, and we're both watching it, and we're like, are you seeing this? And we're like excited from day one, like mostly because it was gameplay. I've said it many times. I was impressed because back in 2017 they already had good gameplay to show, and that gameplay is still in the game and it's pretty much the same. So it's very rare. If you go back to 2017, 2017 Z3, there weren't that many trailers or brand new games announced with in-game footage,
Right.
especially for something that big. So that's why.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And personally, I felt that like the gameplay would be good because I noticed that it feels very Andromeda, but you can
Hmm.
actually fly. Um,
Uh-huh.
like the the whole jumping and dodge, like aerial dodge, dart mechanics seem very
Hmm.
similar to what they had in Andromeda. So it's like building on top of that. So I already knew that in terms of gameplay,
Okay.
it would be good.
Yeah,
uh,
I've seen some modded Andromeda footage, and yeah, it does look like somebody was using the jetpack like indefinitely, and it kind of looks like Anthem. I'm not gonna lie. There's also the damage indicator we saw
Right.
in 2017. It was pretty much similar, pretty much the same. I don't remember if it's still in the game. I haven't looked for it in the in the recent footage actually. Uh, yeah, I can definitely see some Andromeda in it. Thankfully, not the glitchy animations that they had in the beginning. And as somebody that has actually played it, I can say that yeah, no, animations are great. Both facial animations and character animations, movement, flying, swimming, fighting, everything is
Right.
pretty good. Like surely there's gonna be some bugs, right? There's no way you're escaping
Right.
that. Some
Yeah.
animation is gonna glitch for whatever reason. But yeah, I don't think it's at the stage poor Andromeda was.
yeah, definitely. So, what javelin do you believe you'll main and why?
I think anybody that's following Anthem Insider or me, uh, same person, by the way. I don't know why I said that like that.
It's okay. Now they know.
Yeah,
Same
Everybody,
person.
yeah, everybody exposed. Everybody knows it's gonna be the Colossus. I don't know. I was talking with Dorseus
Yeah.
earlier, and it's like the brute force, right? Like you want to do something, you don't need fancy magic or like let's do 20 backflips and stab someone. Just straight to the point, punch them in the face, and move to the next obstacle.
just shield bash everything.
Yeah,
Right.
just shield bash, punch things. That's it.
For the record, Bags can do that. I will be doing the 20 backflips.
hey, that's your thing. That's fine. I'll
Right.
probably play all of them, but already Colossus is my favorite. I love it.
Do you have a
Indeed.
favorite BioWare title?
Man, I I got the script for the show, and I looked at it and I'm like, I'm just gonna repeat what I said in my recent talk shows. I think my opinion stands out from the crowd because I'm not exactly a Bioware fanboy. And what I mean by that is that kind of slow gameplay, like the RPG with like the dialogue wheel and like go
Right.
through all the options and sit there and think, hey, if I choose this, what's gonna happen, or what's my relationship with this character? I'm more like, can I annihilate this character? I don't want to be friends with them, right? I'm like, if I destroy this NPC, is it gonna drop any good loot? So I'm more interested in the action part. And I've played the Dragon Age series, but still I didn't really pay attention to the to all the story. I was more like into like do some magic or do some tank stuff and like stab some people with some cool swords.
Right.
I was also younger because I haven't played the latest ones. So I feel like my opinion for Anthem is not being affected by Andromeda or Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 that people really like. They didn't
Hmm.
really like the ending in the third one. Um, I feel like my opinion is not being affected by those things, and that's why it stands out. Uh, I'm not
Right.
inherently disliking Anthem because I don't know Andromeda or I don't
Right.
know BioWare, right? This and that, or the other way around. It's not that I'm fanboying over it because oh my god, it's BioWare. I mean, if it's good,
Hmm.
I'll keep playing it. If I
Right.
find myself, being bored, I, I'm not gonna play it that often. That's the cruel truth, and I'm pretty sure BioWare wants to hear that. They don't want to hear, oh, your game is great. Please keep doing it. Nah. No,
Right.
I think they want to hear that. You know what? I go kind of bored, right? Like if I played for 2 months and it's all the same, then they probably want to hear it, or they're probably gonna say it if the numbers don't add up.
Right.
But being truthful with them, it's what the relationship I kind of have with all the devs and stuff. They ask me like my opinion behind the scenes and all that, or I tell them my opinion behind the scenes, and I'm just being truthful. I'm like, hey, I don't like this.
Right.
I don't know what my opinion is worth to you, but I don't like this. I'm not sugarcoating anything for them.
Well,
Right. It's
well,
like it's okay to love it on one hand, but you can also
Yeah,
be critical of it at the same time.
yeah. I think the world of like the concept of love itself, it's kind of like twisted for most people. They think that if you love something, you just forgive everything it does, or you just ignore all the wrongs, or nah, it's not like that.
Right.
If you truly love something, then you're gonna like if it's a person, you're gonna point out what they're doing wrong, or if they're being not, if they're not being themselves or anything. I don't know how to put it in words. If it's a thing and you love it, or it's an object, it's a car, something, you're gonna be like, hey, I love this. Uh, there's some flaws with it. Like you can't just
Right.
ignore the flaws. That's not love.
Right.
um,
and I feel that BioWare has taken criticism in stride very well, and they've
oh
actually
yeah.
taken a lot of input from like people who have gotten to play it early and actually
hmm
implemented those little changes that are recommended.
they've been both very transparent and very open to feedback, and they show that they're listening, right? Uh, the floaties, for example, everybody was like, hey, we don't like the
Yep.
floaties. Like after A3, and they fixed it within like 2 weeks. I'm sure that wasn't on the roadmap, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Uh, so they put it there. They were like, you know what? Focus on this because we want to show, that thing. I guess that at least that's what I would do. And they've been listening. Or recently with the Legion of Dawn trailer, um, people have been like, we would love to see some melee, right? People want to have that Helena Tarsis sword and like swing it
Hmm.
around and kill things with it, myself included. I would like
Oh
like
yeah. Yeah.
some battle axe or something like insane for the Colossus. Um,
yeah, and it could even
and
be
there and
because of user input that they decided
yeah,
that someday they may add additional
Mhm.
melee weapons.
Yeah, they said we're listening to you. Same with the with the social hub that people are have been talking about lately. People seem to want a social hub in Anthem, and a recent tweet, I don't remember who it was, either Ben or Michael, and they said, we're listening. You know,
Right.
they're not like it's never gonna happen. They're not like we don't know if we're gonna do it or not. They can't obviously promise people things they can't do. So they're like as how to say it as
Right. It's
diplomatic as they can be about it.
right.
Yeah, like
Acknowledgement is better than silence.
yeah. I don't remember who told me this. I don't remember who the developer was. They said if enough people show interest or give feedback on something, then that's what the player base wants, right? So if a lot of people want, if like I don't know, 80% of the people that play Anthem when it comes out want a social hub, then BioWare is probably going to focus on figuring out how they're going to
Right.
put it in the game. Or if everybody wants melee, they're probably going to figure out a way how to do it.
Right.
I mean, just given feedback that they're actually working on trying to implement a photo mode, like to the
Oh
best
yeah,
of their ability. Like, given this is a
yeah.
live environment you're playing in.
Right.
I can't talk about what exists in the game because
Yeah.
I want to respect the NDA I signed.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna protect all of our guests. Don't worry. We won't
Yep.
push you on
No
that.
problem.
Maybe he can answer this in a few weeks when we all get to play the demo.
Oh yes.
So, what have you been playing while waiting for Anthem?
I everything I can get my hands on, and it doesn't bore me after I don't know 30 minutes. Uh, I'm very picky with games. If I get bored, I immediately like drop the game, or if something really bothers me, I'm just gonna like not continue playing because there's no point in it. It's entertainment. If it's not entertaining, then it defeats the purpose. Uh, I did some sponsored thing with Battlefield 5 through the Game Changers program. I loved it until they they kind of like messed it up a little bit with the recent changes in the what is it called, the TTK, the time to kill, and
Right.
all that. They did some other changes as well. It's not terrible. It's not what I was used to playing for a month and a half, and it's kind of weird for me to try to get back into it and relearn everything. How many shots does this take? They're rebalancing the weapons and the ranges and all that. It's all good that they're working on the game. It's just that right now, personally, I can't put that much time into Battlefield
Right.
5. I need to prepare myself for Anthem's launch as much as I can.
Right.
And yeah, besides that, I played Below, a game called Below. It's
Oh my
called
gosh, I love that game.
it's a survival game. I think it's pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I'm bad at that game too.
I made it to the 4th level and then I just died. And every time you die, it's kind of like Dark Souls, I guess. And you have to go
Yep.
back to your corpse. And
Yep.
it's yeah, it's like a puzzle thing. You have to keep going through traps and keep redoing things. And it's a survival game as well. So you gotta keep like yourself warm and like fed, and there's a thirst meter as well. It's like it's a cruel game. I don't know why I picked that.
All right.
That's mostly what I'm playing. Like I don't have much free time anymore, so
It's soon to be even less because of Anthem.
at least I'm gonna be playing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
So, when it comes to loot in Anthem, do you
Mhm.
think there ever will be like god rolls, or
Uh-huh.
because of or potential god builds, given the huge number of items and perks?
Mhm. So kind of like a cookie cutter build, so to speak.
Yeah. So,
or
like
yeah,
an issue that happens in Destiny is like people are
Mhm.
always going for like the same 2 or 3 perks on every single build.
Okay. Okay.
And
I mean,
like your
I
preferred
think
build or weapon.
yeah,
Yeah, I think we had this discussion with some of the devs. People love being efficient at the game. Like they told me like you make a game for like 6 years and then you give it to the players and the players play it like in the a very unpredictable predictable way. There
Mhm.
people are always gonna try to figure out the most efficient way to do things. Like skip things, skip puzzles, skip bosses, areas if they can, skip quests, you know. So people are literally trying to break the game, even though if they're not actively thinking about it.
Right.
So it's all about efficiency. I mean, for the most part, right? So you make something and you tell people do this and that, and people are like, "I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this," and then suddenly, like the game breaks, and then you see a video on YouTube, and people are like, "Oh, this build is awesome because it breaks the game," and everybody does it.
Right.
But yeah, like kind of like meta settling in. I guess it's going to take a while with so many inscriptions and like all the perks and stuff. It's going to take a little bit for people to figure out what's the optimal. I don't know for a melee colossus that I would like to make, right?
Right.
Like what's the optimal components to make my melee attack refresh fast enough so I can keep punching things and keep the momentum going. Somebody else would like maximum backflip with interceptor.
Yes.
It's gonna take some time until you figure out how you do that. But I think Destiny is a little bit more limited, as in it has how many guns and how many actual builds that come out of it. So I think it's set up way differently as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's less options. So it makes more sense that there's a couple builds or setups or how to say it
Mhm. Roles.
what is it called in roles that you go for in Destiny. That it makes sense. It makes you efficient. It makes you kill things faster, right? So you're really gonna go for that. In Anthem, for that to settle in, I'm gonna guess it's gonna take at least a month, maybe more. Uh,
I hope so.
depending also on the drop rate of things. But yeah, you gotta think about it. Like people will have to get to level 30 and then go through the different grandmaster levels. It's gonna
Mhm.
take a while, and not everybody's gonna be able to do it. Like
Right.
they said, the harder the difficulty, the better the drops, the more the drops you get. So if somebody's not that good, because some people are not mechanically good, right?
Right.
Um, those people are gonna struggle to get that build you say or that god roll. So I don't think that's gonna exist. Like there's gonna be like a component that you have to have. I
Right.
mean, for your certain build, yes, but in general, that like the entire Colossus player base has to have this component. I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, I still
I
think there's still going to be YouTubers out there that are be like, this God
Somebody
roll,
will
this
try.
absolute must-have
Oh yeah,
item.
Yeah, somebody will try.
Yeah.
that
That's going to happen in the game no matter
I
what,
think
though.
I think it will. I think it will. People are seeking that attention, as much as they can. It's understandable from one standpoint. From another point is like, why you do this?
Yeah.
somebody somebody put up a video earlier. They said PvP confirmed in Anthem, and I'm
Oh
like,
no.
what are you saying? What are you talking? What
Yeah.
are you talking about?
It's like,
It's
show me the
like
facts,
me,
please.
yeah, it's like the newspaper like making a front page tomorrow and being like, hey, now you can breathe nitrogen.
Well, I just saw, because of the whole Bungie Activision split, like someone
Yeah,
already made a video. Should BioWare leave EA?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I, I don't know if you want to touch on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My opinion on it is that whether it's going to be a positive or a negative thing, it's going to have a ripple effect through the entire industry, like from indie to all the way up to AAA.
Mhm.
Everybody's going to get affected because if Destiny does better without Activision, uh, a lot more studios will be more,
They're going to be
they're
braver.
gonna, yeah, they're
Right.
gonna think about, what, if Bungie did it, maybe we can do it as well. Well, maybe we can get this, I don't know, big publisher, I don't know what it is, out of our backs, right? Because
Right.
there's deadlines to be met and stuff like that. Yeah, the funding's great, but there's also big deadlines.
Right.
But if it's negative, here's the thing: if Destiny doesn't do well now,
Yeah, there's only one
Without
person to look at.
Activision, yeah, it's just Bungie,
Yeah.
and that's gonna have a ripple effect too, because then studios are probably gonna cling even more to their publishers, because they're gonna be like, "We love you guys, don't
Yeah.
don't don't kick us out like Bungie." Which I'm not saying that's the case. It's just
Right. It would
you
be a
don't know what's gonna
perception kind of
happen.
thing.
Yeah, there's like two sides always. Like you flip a coin basically right now. Bungie is flipping a coin, and if it rolls heads, it's gonna go this way. If it rolls the other way, it's gonna go south. And
Right.
I don't wish that to them. Destiny is
Right.
at its core a great game. I hope they can keep going with it. Like it's far from dead that people try to
Right.
present it as. So anyway, back to Anthem.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on the main crew? And do you have a favorite so far?
Oh man, Haluk, absolutely Haluk. Haluk. There's something about him. He kind of like. Mm, I think I've said it way back when we first saw. I think at PAX when we saw Yarrow. When you're in the setting of like constant striving to survive, right? Setting
Mhm.
to get to older age is not as easy. There's
Right.
probably going to be a factor in that takes the lives of older people. They're more prone to making mistakes or injuries and stuff. And you
Right.
see Yarrow is like Yarrow looks in. I don't know what the in-game years translate to actual real life years. He looks like somebody in his like I don't know 50s
Right.
probably, maybe more. I don't know.
Right.
Uh, Haluk also. Haluk looks. I would say if it was a real person, I would say he's around like 45 to 50 as well. He looks kind of like older, right?
Right.
And to make it that way, you must be an absolute legend. If everything outside the wall is trying to kill you, and you're like
Right.
operating this huge strider, if he gets stranded somewhere, we don't know if it has guns or whatever. What happens if you encounter like a titan in the middle of nowhere, driving the strider? So yeah, like Owen probably has some you know some really good background. Faye, I don't know. Faye looks to me, she looks like she's gonna be very crucial to the story. Like she has this
Mhm.
mysterious kind of like background. She's a cipher. She's also one of the most talented, powerful. What did the lore on the official site say? Something like that.
Yeah, she
Um,
went to like the Harvard of the
yeah,
Cipher
She's a
you
School.
gotta be
prodigy
really
almost.
talented,
Yeah.
yeah, to get accepted to it. So we'll see about that, about her. Owen, at the beginning when we first saw him, I didn't really like him. I was like, guy is like kind of like cringy, kind of like weird, kind of like me. And I'm like, I don't really like Owen. And yeah, now that we saw a little bit more of him, I kind of like him a little bit more. I like him a little bit. He's funny. Like he's trying to be funny. Saying it looks like he's just trying to have fun. That's it.
Yeah,
Right.
I get the feeling like he's gonna play the Joker role in this game.
Yeah, like kind of like the funny guy in the
Everybody's got
crew.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your theories so far with the sub factions, the enemies,
Okay.
like the Scars, the
Um.
Outlaw, the Dominion?
Mhm. Uh. Yeah. I'm glad we saw the outlaws. I think they're in the Colossus on the official website. I think they're in the Colossus shield bashing portion of the video showcasing his skills. That's a very specific moment. um, I'm very glad we actually saw them. They look like they don't have exosuits, and they're outside the wall. So that kind of intrigues me.
Hmm.
Like
Like,
how?
how are you doing this?
Yeah, like how you're not supposed to be there. Like, all right. And then I'm interested to see how that background thing gets explained in the game. The scars, we know they're insect based now, and yeah, I wanna hear how that works exactly. Is it like a million ants man, kind of like from Rick and Morty
Oh man,
kind of
yeah.
thing? Like, how does it work? Are they like the what is it called? The bugs from the from the Intergalactic Federation? Uh, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I want to see more of that as well. And then obviously the Dominion. I would like to be able to join them.
Ooh, that would be
I'm
very cool, actually.
I think they said no, but
Right.
I don't know.
Maybe they just said no. They didn't
Yeah,
mean
maybe they just
no.
said no. Yeah. Um, like for the Star Wars universe, I'm kind of like the idea that kind of like the Empire didn't do anything wrong. you, s- you see Jedi's like beheading and killing people all over the place. Like the Empire is like the evil guys now. What? So it's
You
more
know.
of like a kind of like Mike Gamble said in at PAX. It's more of like a shadows of gray.
Okay.
It's
Right.
it's kind of
It's
like
that in
it's kind of
between.
like the Force. Yeah, it's kind of like the Force in Star Wars. There's no real good and evil when you have Jedi's like killing
Right.
other people or like
Right.
you get my point. I think.
We're
Uh,
equally
it,
just as bad.
yeah, yeah. It would be better if neither existed, basically.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and a lot of good evil characters, like morality is relative.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
like
So and with Drew Caprician, overlooking the or he worked on the story of Anthem. I don't know exactly what he did. If it was just an overview or he offered input and stuff. He's done a lot of Star Wars novels, so he knows his ways around the Force and this kind of like
Right.
different shades of gray kind of thing, and throw some morality kind of things in it. And you have you have the monitor
Hmm.
in the TGA trailer, and you can hear him say, uh, "Our families, right? Our children, our families" in the trailer. That means he's as well, right? So
Yep.
he's from where the freelancers came from, or where Fort Tarsis people live, or something. So he's probably kind of like fighting for the right cause, but doing it in a wrong way, sort
Right.
of.
Like your
But
means kind
what's
of
right?
justify the ends.
Yeah, but what's right and wrong? Like you have this morality, this moral choice. If let's say there's, I don't know, 50,000 people living in Fort Tarsis, and everything else on the planet is like kind of hostile or being taken over by everything, you might as well be like, well, screw it. Like we might as well like assimilate with the Anthem and call it a day. Nobody else has to suffer for like thousands of years and struggle to survive, right?
Right.
It's a very difficult moral option. Do you just like give in and become something else? Yeah, we're going like
Right.
in a very deep topic. So
Right. Yeah. It's like I think Anthem's gonna do that though, because
yeah,
it's gonna present those kind of challenges. Like
yeah.
even if you're fighting for the quote unquote good side, are you gonna feel
Is it?
morally good about that? Like is
Yeah,
it actually gonna be the right thing? Like
yeah.
you're gonna pull that contract that's gonna make you think like, oh wait, I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah,
yeah, and like, well, even one of the sub factions, I think, is kind of like a spy group.
yeah.
So
The
I'm
Yeah,
Corvus.
the
yeah,
Corvus. Yeah.
Corvus. So I'm wondering if
Yeah,
like you'll even possibly even be spying for them, like actually go to
yeah.
the like Dominion's
Probably.
home and explore and see what it's like there.
I mean, Tassin literally sends you to save Matthias.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting, guys.
Definitely.
You're gonna thank us later.
So where can we find you on social media?
Oh, well, for the people that don't know who I am, I'm BaGGs. I run one of the biggest Anthem communities called Anthem Insider. If you just type in Google Anthem Insider, you should be able to find it. We're on Twitter, YouTube is Anthem Insider, Discord as well. I've kept my Twitch personal to me because I stream other games as well. So that's AI underscore bags on Twitch.
Cool. Cool.
Uh, Thank you for coming. Like it was a great
Thank you for
conversation.
having me.
Great
Yeah,
input.
of
Thank you for
course. This
having
is
me on.
great conversation. I love this.
Right. I am Dima360. You can find me on Twitter at Dima360, and you can find me on Mixer, Dima360 on there as well.
And I'm Dorseus. You can also find me on Mixer at mixer.com/Dorseus, and then at Twitter at Dorseus.
All right. Let's go out with a stupid selfie.
Oh, we have to. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay.
This is your one chance.
Yeah.
Your one chance.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's okay.
I can't do a stupid face. So
It's impossible. Okay.
It's impossible.
I mean, it's my natural. So just.
Okay. Okay.
It's like,
3,
quick-
2, 1.
like what, on 3?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.